What's up everyone, it is Sean here and welcome back to the channel. And this is a very special episode of Bankrupt Reviews as Toyota Australia have kindly given us this 2026 Toyota GR Yaris GTS for us for 2 weeks. So over the next 2 weeks, we're gonna drive this thing as many days as we can, document as many days as we can, and show you kind of what it's like living with this car, daily driving it to taking it on twisty roads and everything in between. So basically, this is going to be a full-on review over the next 2 weeks, but we're also going to talk about the history of this car too, and how it came to be, and why this car exists in the first place. So strap yourselves in, because this is going to be a very fun 2 weeks. File 1. How the GR Yaris came to be. Okay.
What?
Now, before we dig into the review, it's important to know where this car came from, its roots, and why this car exists. So the GR Yaris exists mainly because Toyota decided one day that they needed to make homologation rally cars again. This car's roots go all the way back to Toyota's golden age in rally racing in the 80s and 90s, and notably the Celica GT4, which dominated the gravel stages and the World Rally Championship. Toyota won many WRC titles with its combination of turbocharged engines and all-wheel drive, particularly with the Celica GT4 and also the Corolla in the late 90s. Toyota used to be really cool and really dominant in the rally world, but something changed after they left in 1999. Cars just became a bit boring, a bit bland, and their racing heritage. So Toyota's racing heritage started fading out, and not many people knew about it, and Toyota sort of became this boring company in the 2010s. That's until Akio Toyoda stepped in. Akio Toyoda is a genuine car enthusiast and also an amateur race car driver, so he's the perfect person to sort of steer Toyota in a different direction. He basically came and saw the lineup and went, man, this stuff is boring, it needs to change. When Toyota returned to the WRC in 2015 with Toyota Gazoo Racing, or GR, Toyota-san wanted the program to influence its road cars, such as the Celica GT4 in the 90s. The Celica GT4 basically brought all of its rally heritage to the road for customers, and Toyota-san wanted to do that again. And that's how the GR Yaris was born. The GR Yaris is a rally homologation model of the actual rally car, meaning they needed to build a road-going version to satisfy FIA requirements. But Toyota went above and beyond with the development of this car. They didn't just modify any old Yaris, they basically built an entirely new car. New suspension, new body. Hardly any of this car resembles an actual economy Yaris. The standard Yaris is just a front-wheel drive economy hatchback. But this thing is entirely different. It's actually a bespoke rally weapon that people can buy. It's crazy. The GR Yaris actually sits on a dedicated platform, combining the front end with Toyota's GAB platform and the rear with Toyota's GAC platform. This makes for improved suspension geometry and also accommodates its all-wheel drive, helping this car make it very capable. Toyota actually worked really closely with actual rally drivers during the research and development of the GR Yaris, such as Tommy Mäkinen. And Toyota tested this car on basically every surface. Tarmac, gravel, dirt, snow, even some rally stages. So you're not just buying some sporty trim of the Yaris. The GR Yaris is actually a rally car. And what's cool with the GR Yaris is it came at a time when manufacturers were actually abandoning manuals and sports cars, you know, really exciting stuff. And Toyota was just getting right back into it. We're talking all-wheel drive, manual, really quick cars, really fun cars. And that's why people really appreciate the GR Yaris, because it came at a time when cars were just getting really boring and bland. And that's what makes this car really special. The GR Yaris actually helped Toyota's image from a company that was known for making boring cars to a company that makes really exciting cars. And it also helped the future development of other GR cars, such as the GR Corolla, the GR Supra, and even GR variants of the GT86. The GR Yaris has come a long way since its launch, and this is the 2026 model, so it's all refined and it's got more features and more fun. This car then is Toyota reconnecting with its rally heritage through the Celica GT4 and the Corolla WRC, and taking its learnings from those cars to develop this. And it's just really cool that Toyota's actually done this. instead of sort of modifying a standard Yaris, they built an entirely different car. And tell you what, people have really respected that. And I don't think Toyota comes across as a boring brand anymore. So basically, that's the short history on the GR Yaris. Now let's get into the review. File 2, the intro to our GR Yaris GTS. Right, so tonight I'm off to get my hair cut, and as you can see, I'm looking a little bit disheveled. So, it is much needed. So my hair's getting cut by none other than Jensen, and he has actually been on the channel before. He owns that red FDRX7 that we shot on the channel last year. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But he's also my barber. So we're gonna go to his place and get this fixed up. So let's go. So what car am I in specifically? Well, this is the 2026 Toyota GR Yaris GTS, which is the most hardcore version of the Yaris lineup, or the GR Yaris lineup. And you could say it's sort of the rally, I don't know how you pronounce it, rally version of sort of the older GR Yarises. So this is basically just the new naming for it. This particular car is pretty much fully optioned out as well. It even comes with a special paint called Liquid Mercury, which is a $575 option, which means this specific car here will set you back $62,990 before on-road costs. So it's not exactly cheap. But when it comes to a car like this, it's not going to be cheap. This, like I said earlier, is a bespoke made rally car for the street. Like, it's got racing DNA all over it, and co-developed by rally drivers and all that. This thing basically was developed by people who know ball. So you're pretty much going to get your money's worth from the performance of this car. Seriously. The GR Yaris comes in both a 6-speed manual and an 8-speed automatic. And this particular car here comes with the 8-speed automatic, which was developed in-house by Toyota Gazoo Racing. And you guessed it, rally drivers helped the development of this transmission. So it's literally designed to shift quick in track settings. I'll show you. The shifts are pretty quick. Like they're quite punchy, they're quite snappy. Not the fastest that I've felt, and not the fastest in a hatchback. I feel like the Golf R shifts a little bit quicker than this. And well, because my partner Kayla owns one, so I've driven that a few times. And throughout this video, I might make some certain comparisons with the Golf R, but I know it is sort of a different league. It is sort of a different kind of hatchback, but it shifts quick. I'm impressed. I've definitely felt more sluggish and slower gear shifts. So yeah, I'm happy with this. This is impressive. So what exactly sets the GTS apart from the standard GR Yaris? Well, they still share the same motor, a 1.6 litre turbocharged 3-cylinder. However, the upgrades come in the handling department and sort of the more, I guess, track-focused area. So the GTS comes with lightweight 18-inch forged BBS wheels, front and rear Torsen limited slip differentials, GR performance suspension, and extra cooling hardware. And also has red brake calipers compared to the black ones on the standard, because we all know red goes faster. All right, so we made it, so let's get that haircut. So we just pulled up to the bros hair studio. This place is sick, man. This is Jensen. So FDRX7 owner on our channel. Thank you, bro.
No worries, man. My pleasure.
Let's get to work. All right, haircut is done. I'm looking fresh. My boy hit me up. Now I'm gonna take him for a spin. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So yeah, if you push that up, that puts it into sport mode. So it's in
There you
sport
go.
mode now. And then traction control off.
Whoa.
Push track. And then that GR4 like all-wheel drive system changes to track. Bang it into manual.
Whoa, that grips. Holy shit.
It grips
Wow.
on it, yeah.
Oh my god, that's 6. Wow, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
very impressive.
It's addicting, bro.
I can see why. Holy That's fast. That's fast. Wow. Man, the shifts are like smooth and it just pulls. It's very linear.
It is
It's
smooth,
nice.
yeah. And like, man, I prefer the manual, but bro, the paddle shifts are fun. The paddle shifts are hella fun.
Wow. I mean, man, if you have an opportunity to take it, you just take what you can get, right?
Yeah.
Like for 2 weeks, it's
Oh,
like,
dude,
man.
so good. Shout out Ed and Toyota Australia, man.
Oh, let's go! Oh, it keeps pulling. It keeps going. It keeps going. Oh, damn.
It's a 3-cylinder.
Bro, I forgot about that. Holy Oh man, that's crazy. Bro, it's like super glued to the ground.
It is, hey.
Oh my god. My heart rate's up and down.
I know. It is crazy fast.
Wow.
That's the kind of excitement you can get from a 3-cylinder, dude.
Wow, that's crazy.
How impressive is that?
Very.
So there you have it. That was the pure reaction of an FDRX7 owner to this car. And yeah, safe to say this car will impress just about anyone. What Toyota have done with this car and the development of this car is truly impressive and just really makes me appreciate how far car development has come, and you know where the future lies for performance cars with small engines, and Toyota is really just influencing that moving forward. You know, with emissions regulations and stuff on the horizon, this is sort of a really good way for internal combustion cars to still be very, very fun without being electric. And as fast as electric cars are and all that, they just don't have the soul that internal combustion cars have, and cars like this are flying the flag for that pretty much. So it's really cool to see, and man, Toyota have really stepped up their game. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. We've still got twisties to do. We've still got proper mountain roads and mountain driving to do. This is, yeah, we have just barely scratched the surface yet, so let's keep going with this review. It's fun. File 3, practicality. So today I'm going to grab some groceries on my lunch break, so I'm going to talk a bit about the practicality of this car, the boot space, and yeah, whether it's good enough for grocery shopping. So boot-wise, this car is not the best. It does have a very small boot. However, it is, at the end of the day, a performance car rather than a practical economy car like the normal Yaris is. So the boot space in the GR Yaris is 174 litres, which isn't much at all. And if you compare it to the standard Yaris, it's got 270 litres, so that's 96 litres less than the standard Yaris. But that's because the floor in the GR Yaris is slightly raised because the battery lives there, and the battery lives in the back due to weight distribution. So you can tell already that this car is really focused on the sporty side, performance side. The rear seats do fold back as well in this, so you are still able to carry slightly bigger items. But for day-to-day use, look, it's fine because you're only going to grab a few groceries here and there maybe, and it'll still fit it all. It's just if you want to fit a lot of stuff in here, that's kind of a no can do. Okay, so we've pulled up to the shop, so let's get shopping. So here's your boot, and then this just lifts open and actually latches itself onto these little things here, which is really clever. And there's the battery there and all the repair kits and tire changing kit It doesn't look like this comes with a spare tyre actually, but I mean, all in weight saving, I guess, right? You're probably not going to get one in this. And then to put this back down, you just push these in and it sits flush. Now to fold down the seats, obviously you fold down the front seats there, and then you just go to the tab over here, and then that folds the seats down, so same on the other side there. So giving you a little bit more storage room should you need it. And then closing the boot's pretty neat on this. There's a little grab handle there, and it just closes. None of that automatic boot stuff, which, call me a boomer, but it is annoying. So it's good to see a normal boot function on a new car. But anyway, let's go shopping. Let's grab some stuff. Gonna have to grab some YoPros. These, so good. So I'm gonna grab a couple of those. And a lot of extra lean beef mince. 2 bottles of skim milk. Last 2 bottles secured. And obviously the taco seasoning for the beef mince. Get some eggs now. All right. Let's chuck them in. So, as you can see, plenty of room for some groceries. Not bad. All right. Let's go home. What's really good with driving a car like this every day is that it's tiny. It's a very small car, so parking is not an issue at all. Obviously, if you live in a city, this car's great. And especially with the automatic version, traffic jams are not a problem. And they're very common here in Brisbane, let me tell you. But shopping is an absolute breeze in this thing. It can store your grocery bags and you can park with ease. It's quite simple. It's the kind of car you can just do your groceries in and then rip around a rally stage in, you know, like you can just about do it all. So anyway, that's the shopping done. Join us on another day where we talk about something else. Peace. File 4, the interior. So it is Friday, and Friday for us is takeaway night. So we're gonna go through the Macca's drive-through because we all love a bit of cheeky Macca's. And joining me is my lovely girlfriend Kayla, who has helped out on a lot of our videos. So yeah, welcome to the show. Woo!
Thanks. I'm excited for food. I'm hungry.
Yeah, so am I. Let's get it. So in this kind of, I guess, episode, we're gonna focus mostly on the interior of this car, talk to you a little bit about the interior, but also have Kayla's opinion on the car as well, like first impressions and that. So what do you reckon of this car? Do you like it?
I do like it. It is fun. I feel like a manual version would be a lot more fun just because it's so
100%.
small. You can like rip it around.
100%.
But the auto seems good as well. It's very punchy.
It is.
It'd be good as a second car, or if you just didn't want, like you just want something small, you don't want something with a lot of like space. I guess you don't need a lot of space.
Yeah. Perfect for city driving and daily duties and that. Yeah.
Because we just got a dog and I don't think she would fit in the back.
She wouldn't fit this.
So
yes,
like,
we just adopted a black lab.
So if we were to have this car as our main car, a black Labrador would not fit comfortably in the back.
You need a car with 4 doors if you have a dog, so they can jump in and out of the rear seat.
Yeah.
If we were trying to fit Cleo, our dog, in this car, then we'd have to fold the seats forward and
But
all
like
that
people do
kind of
that
stuff.
with babies. Like when they have kids, like they do, like I guess if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
But I feel like you would just upgrade to the GR Corolla. But no, overall, it's a really good car. I really like it. I would definitely have it as a second car. Just, yeah, something small and punchy, and it seems like a lot of fun.
What are your thoughts on the interior of this car? First thoughts.
It's comfy. It's very nice. The seatbelts are sporty.
Yes, it's got red seatbelts.
It's got red seatbelts.
I don't think you can see it in the light, but you would have seen it in the other videos. but
I love.
that's really cool.
I mean, it's not very needed in Queensland, but I love heated seats.
Yes, it's got heated
steering
seats.
wheel. That's awesome.
It's got a heated steering wheel.
A little bit scratchy on some things, but
Yeah.
overall, it's not too bad.
The interior is pretty plasticky, but there is a reason behind that. It's because this interior was actually co-developed by rally car drivers. So when I say everything about this car was co-developed by rally car drivers, I'm not kidding. That's why the interior is quite basic and not something you'd expect to see in a car of this price of around $63,000. So people tend to not be impressed by that, but at the end of the day, this is a performance car. This is a sort of more of a race car or / rally car. So the interior is going to be basic, but you know, there are reviews out there of people going, oh, the interior is really, really basic. We're just parking up at Bunnings on the way.
We have to get our child some dog toys because she ripped them all. So
Yeah.
that's first stop, and then dinner. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. What are those?
And my sandals. It looks really good parked up for aesthetics. Looks
She's
sexy.
taking over this episode.
It's my YouTube channel now, guys. Heading into Bunnings. Come with us. We'll show you some dog toys if you're interested. Okay.
So Cleo's ripped up all of her toys. We're just here to get her some new ones to rip up. That does not look like a dog toy. So what do we have?
We got a pack, a strawberry, a lobster, and then I got a rubber tire, a tug-of-war rope tire, so that should keep her occupied.
It's a lot of stuff.
She's spoiled.
That's a lot of stuff.
Still less expensive than a child.
Aha.
Perfect amount of boot space for some dog toys. Dinner time.
As I was saying, the interior has been co-developed by real rally drivers. So as the driver, all the instruments and everything is facing towards me. So the center console, where the CarPlay screen is, it's all angled towards me just so I can get that real cockpit kind of vibe. It's such a driver-focused feel. The interior of the new GR Yaris has been fully refreshed from the old one, and even the helmet visibility has been improved. That's the kind of stuff they factor in when designing the interior. Helmet visibility. You don't get that very often in a road car. But it also comes with its features, like its comfort features, like we mentioned earlier, the heated seats, the heated steering wheel, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. The dash is fully digital, so it's a 12.3-inch digital driver display, which is really nice. Really great visibility with that size.
I haven't decided what I want. Holy
You
shit, I'm not ready.
Literally, this car is so easy to park.
So if you don't know how to park,
If you don't know how to park, this is your car, especially the automatic version. It's got a good turning circle too. You know, I'm going to compare this to Kayla's Golf R. The turning circle in that car is hideous. The Golf has no business having a turning circle like that. Sorry, I'm just going to grill your car for a second here because it's appalling. All right, we had to park up because Kayla had to decide what she's getting. But also, we just filmed that last part in 1080p without realizing, my apologies. But it's fixed now, we're back in 4K. I get so nervous ordering through drive-thru. Hi there, can I get one large... Oh, wait.
Wrong side.
Oh, wrong side.
Someone's an eager beaver.
Hi, Lisa, my back is up tonight.
No.
Perfect, what can I get for you?
Hi, can I get one pounder meal with a Coke Zero, please? And then can I get a medium
Barbecue bacon burger.
with a... And then can I add 5 Mc to that, please? That's all, thanks.
You're a fish drive on through.
Thank you. But this car is just so easy to take through a drive-through. So tiny. We're stuck behind these Hiluxes, lifted utes and all that. They're struggling to get through. This is just So great. Like, perfect kind of car to just take through a drive-through. Look at these cowboys ahead of us. See, you're barely fitting through there. Rightio, we've gotten our stuff. Now, one awesome thing about this car is that it comes with cup holders.
The bare minimum. Do they fit though is the question. Success.
You'd bloody hope so.
But the door cup holders are like actually really deep.
They are actually, yeah. Speaker-wise, this car has an 8-speaker JBL system, and these seats too are actually quite comfortable. I'm pretty snug in it, and it's got a suede middle to it as well, and it's got red stitching, and it's got GR stitching on the headrest as well, which is pretty nice.
It doesn't feel like overly small in here though.
It doesn't.
Like I don't feel like we're shoulder to shoulder.
No, it's good room in this car.
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, I don't feel cramped in this car at all.
Like it's a small car but doesn't feel small.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
that make sense?
What I actually really like about the interior of this car, another thing I really like, there's a lot of things I like, but probably one of my favorite things is that the pedals are aluminium pedals. So they're not rubber or plastic, and they look really cool too. And this interior focuses more on function than form. It's buttons that operate everything. Your aircon, your settings, pretty much everything is a knob or a button, and avoids the touchscreen quite a lot, like an older car. And I love the simplicity of that. You know exactly where everything is, and you know where the traction control button is, where the suspension modes are, your driving modes. They're buttons and knobs. So you don't have to flick through all these settings on a screen. And I sound like a boomer right now, but honestly, a setup like this is great. And yeah, it reduces the fingerprints on your touchscreen, I suppose, as well.
Simple but efficient.
It is, it is.
I hate the touchscreen ones. They're horrible.
Yeah, they're not a vibe.
The new Ford Mustang has touch ones for your aircon and climate control, and it just wigged out every single time. It just glitched.
Yeah, she drove a Mustang recently.
Scary.
We have arrived back home, so we hope you enjoyed this little outing with us. Tomorrow is going to be fun. We're going to send this out to Mount Nebo, Mount Glorious. That's going to be a day, so I'll catch you then. File 5, Mountain Driving and Performance. It is finally the weekend, so you see us here at the Gap this morning, and we're gonna go for a big old drive to Mount Nebo and Mount Glorious and through the twisty roads up there. So it's gonna be a big day of really fun driving. And joining us, we have Ty Steyr Studios, who will be helping out documenting the driving today. So really keen, so let's get into it. So we've started the twisties. I've never driven this road before, so it'll be a live reaction of me driving this road. Have you been on this road before?
Yeah, ages ago though.
Well, we can unleash on this road a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Following the speed limit, of course. Paddle shifters. But see what I mean? It goes.
Yeah.
Goes hard.
So effortlessly.
Yeah. It just grips. Like. It's a race car for the road, man. Like, this is crazy. So capable, just so grippy. Just grips around the corners.
That was insane.
Yeah. It's so fun. Bro, what the heck?
It just glides through it.
It does, doesn't it?
Like a train on a track.
This GR suspension is something else. And what I want to point out about the suspension is that it is suitable for daily driving as well. Like, it's not super stiff, but it's still, obviously it's still planted to the ground and still drives incredibly well. Now, since we're on a mountain run, I feel like it would be appropriate to talk about the car's performance. So, as you may know, this has a 1.6 litre turbocharged 3-cylinder engine making 221 kilowatts or 296 horsepower. If you think about it, that's almost 100 horsepower per cylinder. Let that sink in. That is crazy. I've said it so many times, it's a very capable car, and it's absolutely nuts to drive. And the shifts are pretty punchy in this as well. You know, they're actually quite satisfying. You know, you can really feel the gear changes when you're shifting up or down. 0 to 100 is achieved in 5.1 seconds, which on paper doesn't seem too impressive, but when you're in a car this size and with, you know, this many cylinders, it's quick. It's quick. And it's got a top speed of 230 kilometers an hour, which is plenty. And it only weighs 1,280 kilos. And one of the contributing factors of this low weight is that this car has a fully carbon fiber roof, which is pretty sick and something you don't normally find on a hatchback. But with a 3-cylinder pushing out this much power, it doesn't have great fuel economy. It's around 9 litres per 100 Ks. And in the city, it's not that much better. It's around 8.8. That's the price you got to pay, I suppose, for, you know, to get this much power out of such a small engine. But man, it's worth it. And man, these aluminium pedals as well really give it that awesome driving feel. And I just feel like a rally car driver. This car just makes me feel like a professional. No joke. I feel like it's one of those cars that even if you don't drive on a racetrack or, you know, don't have too much sort of speedy driving expertise, it can still deliver. You know, you can still have so much fun in this car. Like, I don't have, you know, any track experience or anything like that, but I'm still able to get so many smiles per gallon in this thing. And with the all-wheel drive too, it just makes it so much easier to drive. Oh. Woohoo! We are now at Mount Nebo, and we just stopped at a cute little cafe thing here. What's up? Little break, and then we'll take some more footage on the way to Mount Glorious. While we're parked, I thought I would mention that we do have a proper handbrake in here. I was expecting this being an auto to have one of them electronic handbrakes, but it is so refreshing and so cool to see an actual handbrake in a brand new car. The front end of the new GR Yaris is a lot more aggressive than the pre-facelift GR Yaris, and it's got a bunch of functional air inlets as well, which cool the brakes, and also sort of an exposed intercooler with GR4 written on it, and I love it. It just screams aggressive. It just looks really angry. Just an angry little land. So we are now at Mount Glorious, and we've pulled up to the Mount Glorious Cafe here, and there's a whole bunch of motorcycles here. But what I wanted to point out, which really caught our eye, was this Jag here. How sick is this? 1972 Jaguar XJ. Look at the giant wheels on that. They're 20s. This is way too cool, man. Wow, that interior is nuts too. There we go. This is a cool looking place. Lunch has been served. This looks nice. All right, lunch is done. So we're gonna keep pushing forward and yeah, see where the road takes us next. It's starting to rain really lightly here, but the road was already soaking wet before we even got here, or before it even started raining. But that is no match for the GR Yaris. But the scenery here is absolutely incredible. Like I said, it's my first time out here, so it's so jungly and it's really green. The scenery is absolutely stunning. We have made it to Fernvale. Car is looking very dirty and muddy. Let's get some food. We're gonna go to the old Fernvale bakery. So apparently they have 120 different pies that we can choose from.
Too many pies.
All that. Dude, they have camel seafood. They got crocodile. What is going on here? I got an apple pie. And then what did you get?
Pistachio cannoli.
Pistachio cannoli. Shoo. Okay, so we are now near Lake Manchester, where there is a gravel road. So we're going to show you a little bit about the gravel mode, suspension mode on this car. Obviously we won't be taking it too fast as it is gravel and we don't want to scratch this car up too bad. But I thought it would be important to add gravel in this review because it's got a gravel mode. And I thought, you know what? It'd be good to take this off-road. So that's what I'm doing. It's actually really cool taking a car that handles so well on the road, off-road. And I'm not talking like four-wheel drive off-roading, but on a gravel road. Because this car can just about do it all. And it's handling this gravel with ease. I mean, it's not like too difficult, but it's just so cool that it even has a gravel mode in the first place. So if you do feel like you want to send it on the gravel, you most certainly can. I love that. The day has almost come to an end. What I want to know is Ty's verdict on the GR Yaris GTS. Mate, what do you think?
Fucking amazing. Built for the mountains. Built for fun and built for power.
What are your thoughts on, the driving experience?
Insane. Like, it just sticks to the road. Flawless. No interfering with the steering wheel, holds its line, and then just takes off like nothing.
Seriously impressive car. Now, would you own one?
As a fun weekend car, if I had the money, definitely. As a daily driver and as an everyday car, probably not for me.
That's fair. That's totally fair. But there we go. There's another positive review from someone I've taken in this car. Green ticks so far. The day has come to an end and man, it's been awesome. Spending the day with this car. As you can see, it's all dirty now with all the mud flicking up and stuff, but man, we had a blast. Thanks so much to Ty from Stylus Studios for helping us document this day today. And needless to say, we had so much fun. But tomorrow, we're off to the Gold Coast for Motorculture's Gold Coast meet. So stick around because it's got to be awesome too. But yeah, man, I can't stop smiling. I honestly can't. This thing is just great. File 6, highway driving. Good morning. Good morning. You join us on Sunday and we're about to head down to the Gold Coast, Robina, exactly, to the Sports Precinct Centre there for Motorculture's Gold Coast meet. It is 6:30 in the morning and it is cold, so I've got the heated seat on and we'll talk about how this car feels on the highway and some of the features that you can use while highway driving. So let's get into it. We've just entered the M1 gateway on the way to the notorious Pacific Highway, which I personally hate very much because of all the traffic jams and accidents that happen on there. But now that we're on the highway, I thought it would be worth talking about some of the highway features that the GR Yaris GTS has to offer. First and foremost, let's start off with the cruise control. So this has got adaptive cruise control and it's also got lane keep assist, and it's actually quite easy to use. It's on the steering wheel to your right, and just a series of buttons, and they're quite easy to understand. Like, they're marked so that you can understand it pretty easy. So if if it's your first time driving this car or whatever, or not used to cruise control as much, it's actually quite easy to understand. Now, by default, this car sort of has lane keep assist, where if you kind of wander over the line a little bit, the car will sort of go, okay, like, get back in a little bit. It'll kind of nudge you to get back in between the lines. Whereas this actual lane keep assist, once it's turned on, it just keeps you in line. And honestly, it's quite good. It keeps me in the line, and the car kind of turns the way the road's turning. Obviously, you still have to keep your hands on the wheel. You can't just be like, and relax. You still have to be in control. But I'll turn this on now, and then the cruise on. So now we've got cruise control with the lane keep, and like, I've got my hands completely off the wheel, and the car is turning ever so slightly to follow the road. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, very slight curves it can handle. And then once it feels like you've left your hands off the steering wheel for too long, it'll give you a little thing on the dash to say, put your hands back on the steering wheel, we're about to die. So, yeah. But personally, I like to have that off. I like to be in control. Now, visibility-wise, front's great. They've engineered it for better helmet visibility. However, the blind spots are pretty crap. So if I'm trying to see, sort of do my head check, I can't really see much because the roof is actually sloped. A feature particular to the GR Yaris. Obviously, the standard Yaris doesn't have that coupe-like sloped roof, which means that the rear windows in the back here are little. They're tiny, so you're not getting much visibility out of them at all for head checks. So you've got to rely a lot on the blind spot monitoring in the mirrors. And there's actually a lot of road noise in here. It's quite loud in the cabin, and that might be because the windows are actually frameless, so they kind of go down a little bit when you open the door, kind of like a supercar, if you will. The seats are actually quite comfy. I'm able to, sit in these for a long time on the highway. So at least the seats are bearable. That's quite good. So now that we're on the Pacific Highway, there's a good chance that we'll all come to a grinding halt or do 30 kilometers an hour, which is why braking is important. And it's something that I forgot to bring up in yesterday's drive, was the braking performance of the GR Yaris GTS. So it comes with 356mm slotted discs all round, and it comes with 4-piston front brakes and 2-piston rears. And the brakes are grippy as. They're very grippy, they do their job. I don't want to jinx it too soon, but it looks like we're doing quite well on the Pacific Highway so far. It might be a different story on the way home in the afternoon, so we'll have to see about that. We're heading in now, and we've got a bit of a convoy coming in. I can see Liam in his 180SX up ahead there, an Evo, and a WRX in front of us. But yeah, we finally made it. We have parked up, and I have found a GR friend. Now, this one has been modified quite a lot. It's got this bonnet scoop here, which is really cool. And this one looks like it's the facelift as well, with that aggressive front end. It also has this sick rally style wing. That is awesome, man. And it's on TE37s. Now that we're parked up, let's go and see what's here, because I'm pretty keen. It's already such a sick turnout. Ford GT40 replica in the stunning Golf livery. McLaren 720S. It's got these really nice aero discs on the front. Freaking awesome, man. Sick. Now we've come across this very interesting little car here. Now this is a 1970 Opel GT and it kind of looks like a miniature version of a Corvette Stingray. And here we have this 993 Turbo with the Martini livery. Now, we did a video on a 993 recently, so you can check that out on our channel to learn more about them. We have this stunning Lamborghini Murcielago here. I don't think there's a more fitting color than yellow for a Murcielago. This enormous GMC, that is absolutely insane. Yes, you'll need the steps to get up in this. It just sits so tall. 1963 Ford Falcon wagon. Love the color matching. Exterior color is so nice too. It's like this sage color, and the interior is very nice too. Nicely upholstered. Now here we have something really special. This is an AMG GT Black Series. So the absolute top dog of the AMG GTs. Let me tell you, this wing is ridiculous and I love it. It's such an awesome, aggressive looking car. Here we have a whole bunch of supercars here, starting with this 765 LT. Got an Aventador, Huracan, Evo, matte black Aventador here too. Sounded awesome coming in. And this stunning purple Huracan STO. That is absolutely nuts. And it's got really chunky rear tires on it too. A couple of motorcultures, Liberty Walk cars here, starting off with this Supra, and then over there we have the Liberty Walk Silhouette GTR. I've spotted this GR Corolla, and this is basically the big brother of the GR Yaris. Power-wise, it still makes the same 221 kilowatts or 296 horsepower from the same 1.6 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged engine. However, with the GR Corolla, the chassis and handling stuff is pretty much standard on this, as opposed to the GTS, where you can only get that stuff on the GTS model, whereas the standard Corolla GR comes with that standard. Oh, look at everyone swarm after it. We've pretty much looped our way back. It's all decked out in Bankrupt stuff, so if you did scan the QR code on here, thank you. Hope you checked out this car a little bit. It is finally 1 p.m. and we're about to leave. Everyone is very eager to leave. We've all been here for many hours. Next time I think I'm going to park outside. Holy crap, there's a lot of people here. And we're behind the GR Corolla, which is pretty cool. Now here we have a prime example of the Pacific Motorway. We're literally doing 35k an hour in a 110 zone. Anyway, that's what this stretch of highway is known for. We have finally made it home, and that is the day done. Hope you enjoyed. File 7, final thoughts. Now we have reached the end of the 2 weeks living with the 2026 Toyota GR Yaris GTS, and man, it has been an absolute pleasure being able to drive this, you know, every day pretty much for 2 weeks. I have honestly fallen for the car a little bit. I'm really impressed with this. I love it so much, and I'm sure the passengers that I've taken would agree with me too. From the time living with this car, I've learnt a lot about it. From grocery runs to city driving, and with it being the size that it is, it's super easy to park and super easy to get around with, and especially with the automatic transmission. That Brisbane traffic and that Gold Coast traffic that you would have seen in the video is no match for it. And aside from the day-to-day driving and the everyday living sort of stuff, man, this car turns into a completely different beast out on the mountain roads and the gravel roads, and you can just tear them up, which is what I love about this car. You can daily it, you can do everyday kind of stuff in it, but if you want to hit the mountain roads and that, it is perfectly capable of doing that as well, and at a very high level. I'm very impressed with how it can just handle both really well. Now, is it worth the $62,990 price tag? In my opinion, absolutely. Now, for those who are saying, oh, the interior and that's not 62,990, I agree, but that's not the car's focus. The car's focus is not to be luxury. The focus is race car. So this car is a purpose-built race car for the street, and you got to remember that when you look at the price tag of this thing. So in my opinion, I think it is definitely worth it. So if you're looking for a small car that's easy to drive anywhere, but can also chop just about anything on the mountain roads, man, this is your car. And if you're the kind of person who lives in an apartment in a city and want to go on mountain drives, man, this is the car for you. Easy to park in the garage space, and if you want to escape the city on the weekend, you can do just that. Would I own this car? I think I would. I think if I had a garage big enough, this would be in it. So, as always, thank you so much for watching this very special episode of Bankrupt Reviews. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel and follow our socials and our website for even more. But until then, we'll catch you in the next episode.